The warning camera failed, it stopped me, it wasn't at 10 minutes. I just happened to notice the people crossing the road I couldn't see on the screen. I'm like, looks like it's frozen, and yeah, apparently it had, or so it would seem. I'll try to get to this quickly because it was nearing 10 minutes there, and it's longer than I would have liked to have spoken on this or any type of thing. They were closed the next day, on like a Saturday, and I was like, oh, but it had like, everything's got to go. I'm like, oh yep, they're still selling things out as if they're going out of business. That would be the case, X, Y, Z and all other things in, you know, limited doubt. So I went back there today, and the door was half closed again. Today is, well, I actually think it's Tuesday. I'm led to believe it's Tuesday. The radio just seemed to suggest it was Wednesday, and I thought that's interesting. It'd be nice to find out. I've only got dodgy devices to rely on at this point. Men and women are seem to be something else or otherwise, I've found out. I know not to trust Google. Everyone else is signed, sealed, sold, delivered to Google. They're like, who dare go against Google? It's the boss around here. And I'm like, fucking Google. I don't believe Google. But yeah, I might as well be speaking to myself there because, well, basically I am a lot of the time, because those other things I don't know they're necessarily really here. I love Google, and that's okay. You can love Google if you want. It's an unfortunate situation when that's all I've got to rely upon for anything, let alone the time and the date. I mean, I've got the stars and the moon and the sun, and that's part of the reason I've decided some time back to follow them closer than I had before I'd begun. And I found that was my gap there, but I was too busy noticing this dickhead with a hand in the pocket trying to hide and wondering whether the word begun had rhymed with the thing I'd intended it to, not recalling entirely what that was. Just winging it, mending it through somehow. There's a kind of have to do with everything. Doesn't matter if you pop out here and there because, well, you always pop back in. I find I'm forever popping back into this sim. I pop out momentarily and seem to, well, I'm going with the thing that the fact that I'm bringing things back that perhaps I wasn't never supposed to have or have gotten access to, but I found a way to get to them and bring them back. Just once you have them back here, it's like, well, there's not really anyone to share them with. Well, maybe there is the time, and that's the thing. I'm still stuck in this linear version a lot of the time, knowing that, I transcend time, and that in itself is a construct, and one we've been mind forced, spliced, fed into believing is the right grape on the right vine. But really, we're all the grapes and we're on all the vines all the time. It's just that on this level it can be very difficult to get the advantage to share with those that are your own kind, and if there's none of your own kind, well, that's another challenge, and I've still been in the process of deciphering whether that's just how it is, and so it's always been that way, and it's taken me till now to realise that I'm something else other than a lot of the ones around. See, these are friends of mine, but I don't want to make her uncomfortable, and I know that Kay gets her uncomfortable, so I'll just say hello and I'll keep moving. Used to have chats with them, but I can just feel when they're uncomfortable, and I don't like to make them uncomfortable because they're friends of mine, you know. That's another part of the challenge in this game. Oh. Oh. Okay. Stand up. you know, they don't make not comfortable to say hello. And you know, over time, yeah, I realise that everything's alright, but I haven't even gotten to the bit. The place had the door closed today when I got there, or half closed again. But I managed to, I said, I came back Saturday, but you weren't here. I said, I've got $1.50 in my hand, got to just grab some of the incense, and he gave me this. And I said, oh, have you got any of the nag champa? This doesn't even say nag champa on it. And he's like, no, that's all we have. And I was like, oh, okay. It's just doesn't even, you haven't got the dragon's blood, you haven't got it. He's like, no, we don't have that, this is all we've got. I said, okay, thank you, and I walked away. And I was like, well, it would seem that I have to document this anyway, because this is a lot like the other one. Looks a lot like nag champa. Oh, look, there's champa there, look. I don't know what BNG is, but it doesn't say it here, where it did before. No picture of the bloke on the back, which did make it seem heaps more legitimate than this, in fact. Serves me right. I could say back, argue with myself in time or over old time, be like, well, there you go. But it could be it's the manifestation speeding up, which I've suggested to friends of mine in the past, online, in fact, who were less aghast when I said that. Sugar sees. She's like me. She knows. She sees the signs, and I said it to Sugar, in fact, earlier in time, which is the same as now in time. But I said perhaps manifestation speeding up. You know, we asked a question and we got an answer pretty quickly. Because this is different to the one that was only a week ago. Today is allegedly Tuesday or Wednesday, the 5th of December. It was not last Friday, but the Friday before. I'm pretty sure I had the dragon's blood situational quiz question galore. Well, at my mum's place. Anyhow, I'm going to stop this now, and is what it is. If it goes out, it gets out, and great. If not, that's okay. Just another observation. Here in the, is it a prison? Is it a school situation? I don't know yet. Could be a bit of both. It could be up to us the entire time. Could be part of the joke. Just sometimes the joke's not very funny, at least from the end that you're standing on, or standing at, wondering why it's all about money, and thinking, that's shit. Whose idea was that? That's a terrible idea. Couldn't have been me. But it's hard to. You can only see part of the shape you're standing within, or part of. It's all, us. It's all within our mind and on the outside of time, and more part of the fun. That'll be the vibe. That's the rhyme. That's the job. All right, much love. Lavender. It's an interesting one. I'll leave that alone. I just could never remember the word lavender. I used to call them lizard plants when I was a little kid. Lavender. That's how I'd remember it, is by the word lizard plant. That used to look like lizards to me. Funnily enough, lots of things still do. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing. Alright, much love. I'm out.